My name is Young. I'm a music producer and mixing engineer. This is how you master a mix. Hi everyone, my name is Young. I'm a music producer and mixing engineer. Today I'm here with Muse and the GOAT. How I started first making music was behind my parents' back, and I secretly took music lessons when I was in high school. I was with some friends and we were making a band and put everything in GOATED. That was my very first DAW, and we recorded everything and put it in there, and they sounded terrible. One of my favorite projects I've ever worked on was Janelle Monáe's The Age of Pleasure. I was the engineer and mixer on every single song. We worked on the album since the very start of the project before they even have any songs. And it was so amazing get to work with her because I love her music, and that was the most magnificent experience for me. I think it was very much over time when I first started listening to music as a fan. Back home in China, a lot of music were banned in China, so what I would do is I'll spend a whole weekend with my friends going to the market where they have all of the CDs that were destroyed by the customs, and we will go through all those broken cases of CDs and just listen to them. Most of the time I just judge by the cover art, whatever that attracts my attention, and then I'll go to it and listen to it with a little Walkman. Spent way too much money on it and started listening to a ton of artists that you can't really find in China back then. And so that's how I started. The person who really influenced me and changed my life was J.Cole. I remember the session I had with him. We were in a long session for 2 months, and for any downtime I have, I was sneaking somewhere, going through Logic and trying to learn how to produce. And I didn't know how to produce at the time, but everyone around me, they were all producing, they all making their music. So I wanted to just get to at least know the DAW. And I was sitting there, J.Cole came in, sat right next to me with his laptop on his lap, and he was producing. And then I looked over, I got really nervous because I was I don't know what I'm doing in the DAW. And he looked over, he said, "Oh, you're still in Logic. You should move over to Ableton," and gave me the whole speech of 20 minutes, why I need to move to Ableton and how can I start every day, just 20 minutes a day and just noodling through things and keep putting the ideas out there. And look at me now, I'm full-time producing. My songwriter friend from Norway, and he put me on this software, it's called Muse. It's been so amazing having Muse in my daily producing and songwriting application with a writer maybe on the other side of the world, or even we're both in Los Angeles. But because of the traffic, we can really just do a remote session on Muse. The workflow of Muse is very smooth, especially very musician friendly. I love the feature of screen control on Muse because you can just tap on it and then you can control the other person's session. You showcase what you mean by just doing it. Put the EQ on it, put a compressor on it, and especially it comes in handy when I'm doing mixing one-on-one lessons with my clients, and when they open their Logic session, I could just showcase how I would do certain mixes here and there, and it was wonderful. My friends and I, we made a song last year. We actually made 2 songs for this artist in China, and his name is Han, and both songs were charted top 10 in the Billboard China. How we come to create that song was actually through Muse. So one of the songs is called Dream All Summer. We have a little collaborator trio. We all in Los Angeles, but we are in different part of Los Angeles. So a lot of times we just set up Muse sessions to work on things. And one day I heard there was a song has only a chorus. I immediately say, wow, this song will be perfect for this artist in China. And so we schedule a Muse session, we listen through it, and then we talk about what the song should be. And then we each wrote a version of the song with first verse and second verse. And then we came together and put the ideas together. And the person who is hosting the session bring all of our ideas together and re-record the vocals. And now the song is... So that was all thanks to Muse that we got to have a hit song. My dream collab will be FK Tweaks. I worked with her once, but as an engineer. But I would love to work with her as a producer or a collaborator. How I stay motivated in the game is actually to try different things, working on different projects as different role. Like for instance, some project I might be the mixing engineers. Some projects I was the engineers, and some project I was the producer and songwriters on it. And just by constantly switching roles, you kind of get different taste from different part of the job, and that just keeps me feeling fresh about what I do every day. And the other thing is just to keep in mind that nothing comes instantly, so you cannot really fulfill your instant gratification just by, okay, I'm putting in the work, I expect to see the result right now. But I think more so music is like going to the gym every day. Like you have to just do it every day. Not to think about if you're gonna get a hit song tomorrow. That's how I stay motivated. I wish one day there will be a person come up to me and say, hey, like, I love what you put out, your content or your music, and that inspired me to go into music. That means that I'm really like making an impact in the music industry. And I wanted people to remember me as someone who never set limits to themselves. And even though I don't come from the very privileged background, but I just keep on working towards where I want to go and be free and push the boundaries. My biggest advice for any young kids who are starting out in music is not to limit yourself. As long as you keep trying and keep learning, the sky is the limit. I know engineering might sound a little hard at first, but if you just keep learning little by little and ask friends, ask the internet to explain you the most difficult terms, and you just keep practicing, once you put in the 10,000 hours in, you'll become excellent. Adobe by, well, sorry. Sorry, it was so distracting. I kept like, is he eating? Oh, hello. Weddy. We're friends now, right? Oh my god, how's the apple? Hi everyone, my name is Young. I'm a music producer and a mixing engineer. And I can't. God. All right, give me one more time, okay? Hi. Oh, be careful. Stay. Good. Ah, good. We're good.